just drove to downtown Atlanta and I'm sitting close to Centennial Olympic Park. We're going to take the DJI Mavic 4 Pro out for its first flight. I literally just got this drone up in the air. If you can kind of see, and there's already a cop behind me, so we'll see how short-lived this first flight is. APD does not joke around. This is probably one of my worst ideas, to take the very first flight downtown Atlanta where there's weak signal and cops crawling everywhere, and you know, I'm nervous. Well, that was nerve-wracking. I got questioned by an officer within seconds of launching my drone, and the buildings around here cause so much interference. It's really, really difficult to fly. So I think for my first flight, maybe I should go to a park. So let's do that. All right, we are close to Piedmont Park and we're gonna go for take 2. Right now I am over the park. A lot prettier of a site than downtown. So this is the lake house in the park at 1 times zoom. And then this is the same at 6 times zoom. And then if I just scroll down just a little bit and zoom in using the 24x zoom, it's saying that the subject doesn't support it. What if I just go down to this pier? Let's click on active track. What's there? Let me just back out in 1 times zoom and show you how far away it actually is. Dude, it's so far away. Oh man. I'm not gonna lie, there are some things on here that are frustrating right out of the box. I can tell that there are settings that I need to change. Like the drone wants to be smarter than the operator. Sometimes it's like trying to be a little bit ahead of you, like it knows what you're going to try to focus on. Like, oh, there's a car. Obviously you want to follow that car. Like, no, I just wanted to fly by where there are cars driving, or like there's a person. I'm going to focus on that. Now I can't focus on anything else. It's like, dude, hang on. This focus track is a little bit, I don't know, out of the box. It's frustrating. Just got back from my first flight with a Mavic 4 Pro. I'm going to do a quick rapid fire of 5 things that I found were extremely great with this drone, and 5 things I'm genuinely disappointed in. Now, I'm not going to give you bad news without giving you some good news. Now, number 1, the range. What? This thing is advertised at getting double the range of the Mavic 3 Pro. Just to give you a quick spec sheet, now I understand range is going to be dependent on various factors, and I'm flying in Atlanta where there's tons of trees, buildings, I get it. But when the Mavic 3 Pro said that it gets roughly 9.3 miles or 15 kilometers, if I take this to Chastain Park, I get roughly 0.7 miles away before I get a warning that I'm getting weak signal. Now, that's with the regular RC remote that this comes with. And when I did my first flight with the Mavic 4 Pro, my RC2 Pro controller had not come in yet. I was using the RC2 controller, but I figured this is supposed to have 30 kilometers of range, roughly, what is that, 18.6 miles. I got about 0.9 miles away before I got the same weak signal warning no matter what I did with these antennas. So yes, you do get about 0.2 miles more, but it certainly is not anywhere near close to, let's say, even double what I was getting with the Mavic 3 Pro. Now the pro of this, if you're looking for good news, is the zoom lenses. I'm not the first and I'm not the 50th person to say the zoom on this camera is absolutely insanely good. The image quality is incredible. Man, I was able to zoom to 26x zoom and still get a crisp picture. So looking at this footage where I am going from 1x times zoom all the way up to 26x zoom, that building in the different distance is the Sovereign building, and I'm in Piedmont Park. That's 4.8 miles away, and it looks that crisp and clear. Now, the other building, and this one where I'm in Chastain Park and I'm pointed at this building downtown, the map distance-wise as the crow flies is 8.1 miles. So where I don't get the actual physical distance from the controller because of various factors, I will say that it's over-advertised. I don't think you're ever going to get 30 kilometers of distance. Even when I flew in Iceland with zero obstructions, zero trees, I still could not get anywhere near close to the advertised distance away. I probably got half, but you are actually able to get crisp, clear images with the zoom. So I felt like I was able to get a lot more shots, and I was very happy with that. Number two, you're not able to change between cameras while shooting. So if you're recording and you want to zoom in from your 1x to you use your 3x camera, or it's 2.5 on this, or go up to your 6.5 camera, you have to stop recording and then change the focal length and start again. With the Mavic 3 Pro, you are able to put it on Explorer mode, but then again, I never used that feature because the digital zoom just was nowhere near the quality of usable, so I never tested that out much. With this camera and the zoom as good as it is, with the images as crisp as they are, I want to zoom in. I see a bunch of use cases for changing beyond the one focal length going to the next focal length. Unfortunately, you can't do that in a seamless shot, and that's a big limitation for me. Now, the upside is that this comes with 6K 60 frames a second. You're getting a much larger, crisper image. The sensor's bigger. It's just a better drone. So I might be able to do a lot more in post. So there's a give and a take there. I'm not too bummed about it. I'm just gonna take that as a kind of a, ugh, I wish that's something that they fix. Maybe in a newer update, a firmware update, who knows? Number three, thing that I'm a little bit bummed about is the focus track. It's a bit touchy and finicky. Now this could be an ID10T error. It was my first flight, but it felt like the focus track, when I used it in the 1X, the 1X focal length, it was great. I wanted to test it out in the medium tele lens, and it lost the subject pretty easily, even with somebody who was just putting on a green. It quickly kind of lost track if the person moved. With that said, a pro with this drone is it is buttery smooth. It's commanding when it's in the air, that low hum. It just feels so smooth when it's flying through the air. It is just a pleasure to fly. With the limitations on focus track, I can take it. I feel like I can maneuver a lot easier, if that makes sense. It just feels a little more responsive than even the Mavic 3 Pro. Number four, a little bit of a bummer was that when I tried to capture something, an image of a horse that was in its stables at a 24x digital zoom with the camera, I'm so far away, the horse can't hear me or see me. I'm getting crisp, clear images right on its face. I get back home and those images are nowhere to be found. from what I read, the images that you capture with the 24x zoom in RAW are actually not captured in 24x. They're captured in the 6.5 telephoto length, and then you have to go in and crop it in post. That's a bummer, but then again, you are getting a 100 megapixel camera. Up to, with the regular lens, you're getting a much sharper image you're able to crop in on. Number 5 was the biggest for me because, again, I did my first flight with the RC2 controller because my RC2 Pro had not come in the mail yet. And the overall feel and experience of my first flight with this remote was great. It's great, but it kind of felt like, when you go to get a new iPhone, you're like, okay, well, this kind of feels about the same as the last one. Mavic 3 Pro had a lot of these same things, but there's like a little bit sharper image. It's like, okay, it's just like a notch up. The flight experience with this controller, paired with the DJI Mavic 4 Pro, is insanely better than using it with the RC2 controller. I feel like I have a lot more options at my fingertips. I got a lot better shots immediately, and I felt like I had the ability to do things on a whim and change things up so much quicker than with this controller that you just don't have those buttons readily accessible. So if at all possible, if you are kind of, weighing it up and down, now I don't know if I want to spend the extra money for that controller, it is just not even close. Yes, if you have the means, if you are able to get it. I'm not sponsored by DJI. I don't make any money from saying this. It's just my honest opinion. All in all, it is an insanely good drone. I'm super glad I got it. I'm going to Utah tomorrow to fly this in some nice nature and away from skyscrapers, and then I'll be in Norway to capture some lovely landscapes. So if you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. It helps me be able to make more videos like this. And if you have questions on something I didn't cover, please let me know in the comments below. Thanks a lot.